How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another live trading video. Now this is with a smaller account that I'm trying to grow into something bigger, so that's why the profits aren't as big maybe as some of the other trades that I've taken live, but either way it's still live trading, and I know you guys want to see it, and I think it'll be interesting for you to learn maybe some tips from the video. If you guys would like to know how exactly I took this trade, there'll be a link to my Telegram in the description. Feel free to check that out. There will be a video breakdown in there. But without further ado, let's get into the live trading. All right, so as you guys can see, we are currently in a trade. We're currently in a GU buy. Now, this is not my challenge funded account because right now I don't have access to it because there's some maintenance going on behind the scenes with it. But this is just like a small account. I just like to have some fun with, you know, trade it up. I'm not going to show you like the balance just because that's personal, but just know this is like a more fun account that I take maybe riskier trades on that I probably wouldn't recommend everyone takes. But yeah, we are in this position now. We're in this G buy. I believe it's a 1 to 3 if I go to my charts here. So what we're looking at, so we got two entries. So our first entry was in this area, which wasn't as good, targeting that high. And then our second entry, which is, yeah, I'll just mark the second entry because it's probably easier to see, it was around here, I think. And same again, targeting there. So reason for this buy was quite a simple one. We had this high that pushed down, broke this low and made this low. We then pushed up. We didn't break it, but then we made a new low here, and then this low caused the push to break above this high. So this is quite a good setup for buys. I think GU could be bullish here. So hopefully this trade, plays out. If you want to know fully how I caught this trade, there'll be a breakdown in my Telegram explaining exactly how and why I took this trade. But for now, we're just going to let it play out. And yeah, I'll get back to you when the trade has done something a bit more interesting. Actually, what we're looking for here is this high to be broken and closed above. So we want to see G push and break above this high. If we get that, then that's a good sign that we're going to see a continuation of the buys. If we fail to break this high, then I may be looking to get out of the position, or at least put my trades to break even just to protect my capital. But yeah, I will get back to you once GU has done something a bit more interesting than sit at my entry. Okay, so we are starting to push away from our entry now, which is good to see. When I don't really use like candle patterns or chart patterns or anything like that, but when you see like a candle do this, where it's like, I can't remember what they call it, like a hammer or like a rising star, I don't know, something like that. It's a good sign. Just that price, doesn't have as much bearish strength in this case and is wanting to go to the upside. So we're in a nice bit of profit now. We're up a little bit. As I said, our first entry was a bit early, but we got a nice re-entry as well. So we're up, a couple pips, 8 pips on the trade, which is good to see. Now we just want GU to basically, we wanted to break the high really. As I said, if we can't break that high, then we may, we'll probably look to put price at break even, at least our entry at break even, just to avoid any, risk. We don't want any, unnecessary risk on these sort of trades. But because we're in twice on this trade, I believe this will be close to a 6% trade if this hits TP. So fingers crossed it does. That will be a very nice start to the week and month. I think that will put us up in March, I believe, which is good. Can't complain too much about that. But yeah, we just got to wait and see what GU wants to do around that high. As I said, break above it, hopefully break and close above it. And yeah, yeah, I'll get back to you when it's done a bit more. All right, so we are now getting to this high. As you can see, what I've marked on. In fact, I'm just going to draw a line with it because I hate having like drawings that look so terrible in my opinion. So yeah, that's where we're looking to break above now. We're going to see what it does. But in the meantime, I'm going to go and sort some stuff out. I'll put an alert for like here, so I know that when it hits, I know it's there kind of thing. And actually, I just need to adjust this so it's a 1 to 3. So I'll do that in a minute because 3.34, it needs to be a 1 to 3 exact to keep the correct risk management. So I'll sort that out as well. But yeah, just a little update on the trade. And yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so it is a little bit later in the day now from this trade that we've taken this morning. It's taken a while, but we're slowly starting to see some progress. As you can see, price pushed up to around here and then actually did come back down to our entry. And this is why I don't like putting price to break even, because we'd be out of the trade if we did do that. So we're still in. We are waiting for it ideally to close above this high here. However, if we close above this high, that's also a promising sign. But we have 4 minutes left on this candle to see where it closes. It's currently just past 5 p.m. in the UK, and I don't really like holding my trades this late. But this one needs a bit of time to play out, obviously. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens here with the trade. But hopefully, you know, we'll get a break above. If we don't break above this high, break and close above this high, I will probably take my profit at, I think this is a 1 to 3, because as I said, we are risking 2 positions on here. So it'll be a 1 to 3, which is still good. But obviously if we can get up there, that would be better. But it just depends what it does at this high. I do think it will want to break the high. As I said, I'm bullish on GU, and I have been today, so hopefully we'll see that happen. But I'll get back to you with an update when we get to that high, or if we decide to close early. But I have decided I'm gonna cut the trade off, I think around 9 p.m. if we haven't got near TP or closed out before that, purely because spread hour is pretty crap and I don't want to hold through that. And you know, as I said, here is a 1 to 3 anyway. But because we're risking obviously 2% on this position, as it's not a funded account, you know, I'll be happy with 3%. But yeah, I'll get back to you when this trade has played out a little bit more. Right, so we have now broken the high. Now we need to see where price will want to close in reference to this high. But it is a good sign. If we can close above it now, that's the ideal scenario. And yeah, I mean, we're at about 3% now, I believe. Yeah, so we're at 3%. So depending on where this closes in the next minute is going to be what we determine to do for the rest of the day. As I said, you know, I don't really like holding trades this late, so the fact we are at 3%, you know, I'm happy with. But yeah, so we've got 40 seconds left. We're going to see where this closes. If it does close below, we're going to take our 3% and be done for the day. Very good day if you ask me. As I said, if price fails to break highs, to me that is a sign to exit the trade, because if it's bullish, it should be breaking the high, right? But it isn't. So that's what we're going to wait and see for in the next 20 seconds. So we're just going to wait to see what we're going to do. Stick with our plan. And yeah, so we've got 13 seconds left. Let's see if we break the high or not. And if we don't, then we are going to be getting out of the position. All right, so we haven't broken the high, which means we're going to close out now. So that is the trade closed out. So we closed out here, which was with the 2 positions about 3%, which I'm very happy with. And yeah, I mean, can't complain too much. Trade took a long time to happen, but we're done for the day now. 3%, lovely, lovely times. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully you learned something from it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to drop it a like. I would really appreciate that. And if you'd like to know more information about, as I said, how I trade, they'll be linked to my Telegram, and feel free to check out my Instagram where you can see all the trades I take, because not all of them I record live. So you'll be able to see all the trades I take over there with all my entries and other things like that. So feel free to give my Instagram a follow if you would like. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.